but please have your question or comment quickly so we can try to get to more people. Problem is, callers calling with such important info, I tend to run off down rabbit trails. But, I mean, the first hour I just talked about how big this is. That their flu hoax, their WMD hoax, their 9/11 hoax, their global greenhouse tax hoax, their banker bailout hoax, it's all being exposed as a fraud. It's all falling down around them. But as our last guest said, they still have the power. They're still moving forward. These are tyrants. They don't care. They're targeting the dumbed down. They're targeting the children. They're targeting easily gullible women. They are targeting, historically, who tyrants target. Hitler said, and Joseph Goebbels, his propaganda minister, quoted it many other times in different variants, first you get the women, then you've got the children. So follow the men. First you get the women, then you've got the children, so follow the men. That's why, depending on what format, but generally in advertising, more than 80%, and I learned this in basic marketing, and I didn't take a very fancy marketing class. It was 101 at a community college, the history of advertising. It is an absolute fact. Anyone in advertising knows this. Over 80% of advertising targets women. Now, in a show formatted like this, most of it targets men. I'd say 70%, though we're a small outfit. We don't really get scientific about it. We just sell what we believe in, and that we're men, and men historically tend to get it more. And it's not that women are bad or women are stupid. It's that they're being targeted. They're being targeted by scientific propaganda. And over 80% of TV ads, especially print ads, are for women because women tend to make the decisions on houses, on cars, on food, on drapes, on couches, on computers. I mean, women make the decisions. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I have a great relationship with my wife because we're not battling for power with each other. I mean, if I really say this is the way it is, this is what we're doing, she defers to me. That's the natural order. But I respect what she has to say, and she ends up basically running everything. And that's really the natural order of it. The man goes out, is aggressive, tries to run a business or work, defends the family, but generally men defer to women. That's why Hitler said, first you get the women, then you've got the children, so follow the men. And our biggest problem is women on this environmental front, because the men have been conditioned, and it is our natural state when we are given the opportunity to be lazy, to only be into sports, to want to party with our friends, want to go drink beer or want to go fishing. And women are concerned. Women care about society and they want to help. And the government says they tend to be more trusting. Whereas men just tend to not care until they're finally rallied by leaders. So it's the men the globalists are worried about, but they really should be worried about the women if we can ever get the message out to women. And once women have seen this for themselves, some of the strongest fighters for freedom are women. So women do care. Women are great. I love women. It's not an indictment of women. It's that women need to know you have been targeted, period. You have been targeted in a big way. You need to understand that. You need to be conscious of that fact. You need to research the claims I'm making to you right now. I know most of you will just believe me out of hand, but there's nothing like going and researching the fact that most advertisement targets women. In fact, let's just see if this media truth is even being reported today. Let's go to Google and type in majority of advertising targeting women. I mean, it's just a fact. Anybody in marketing knows this, but the general public doesn't know that. So majority of advertisement targets women. And we'll click web, then we'll click news, and we'll look at the different variants there. But if people would just read Edward Bernays' 2 books, or if you'd read some of the more modern books on how they do this, there it is, why the vast majority of advertising is not mainly advertisements fail to resonate with their key target market, women. So the first statement there is Why isn't it resonating with their key target market, women? GM targets women in product placement blitz. Target women tackles car advertising. So that's just the latest. Male marketers beware when marketing to women with social media. Okay, let's tell you how you market to women. It's the truth. It's leadership. That's what they want. They want the truth. You can't be namby-pamby when you're talking to women. You can't fake confidence either. You got to have the truth and be confident. Then women will listen to you. That's why they train men to be real, and all the sitcoms and dramas show the weak, stupid party guy that gets all the women, and then women actually think that's what they want, and they go out and get a divorce. And men think if they just act dumber and act more foolish and act more weak, that women are going to like them. No, that's not what women want. Women want strength, okay? And they want somebody who doesn't compromise. But side issue. Let's go to web. Click web. Let's see about advertising to women. Okay, we'll do news then. Yeah, look, targeting teen girls. It just goes on and on and on. The point is, you are being targeted. And we need to have more discussions about this. I mean, people need to be conscious of all of this and realize that there are agendas being pushed on you. We're very open about our agenda here. Bill of Rights, Constitution, Declaration of Independence, the strength of the family, not being broken up and controlled by the globalist, having true choices in life, letting you keep more of your money and not giving it to the social engineers. It's very, very simple. It's very, very popular, common sense, organic, common law idea. But as I said, your phone calls are coming up in the next segment, 1-800-259-9231. Also coming up, as I said, Oliver Stone says banksters enabled Hitler and the Nazis by Kurt Nimmo. Key article. I want to go over that. I want to get into this other key stack. I have 3 key stacks, actually, here of news we haven't even really mentioned yet. Send California inmates to Mexico, says Schwarzenegger. And this sounds good, actually, on the surface, because he's saying send undocumented. That's what's bankrupting California. The problem is these would end up being facilities run by the U.S., and that only integrates the North American Union more. So we're going to be going over that. Also, airlines suffered record drop in traffic in 2009. Not just, that's according to the International Airlines Consortium, the IATA, the Air Transport Association, International Air Transport Association, said that. But that's not just because of the economy. It's because almost everybody I talk to don't take pleasure trips on planes, which I guess kind of what Maurice Strong wants. They want us to stop traveling. They want us to stop living. They want us to stop going places. But what do you do when you can't get on a plane without being naked body scanned? And now they're saying, you know what? We're just going to make everybody do it. That's why I got to get these contests launched to expose it. We got to really keep that on the front burner. And there's already been test cases in Colorado where they're putting the naked body scanners in. We posted a YouTube video of a constitutional lawyer trying to go to court. And he said, you will not naked body scan me. And they said, don't worry, we don't store the images. And he said, yes, you do. I've done the research, which they do store it. I mean, they're going to videotape and record his genitals, his behind, his love handles. I mean, this is humiliation, training you to accept it. And continuing, dying news media looks to Apple tablet for hope. And guess what? The New York Observer reports after 3 months, only 35 subscriptions to Newsday website. Newsday, one of the biggest media outlets in the country, can't get 35 subscribers. They got 35. I mean, these people are a joke, man. They are hollow. That's why they're going for tyranny right now, because they know everybody is in full revolt against all of their revolting propaganda and garbage.
Have your house payments skyrocketed under an adjustable rate mortgage? Have you been laid off or had your hours cut? Are balloon payments coming due? You need help from MortgageFraudExaminers.com. To stop the housing crisis, Congress and the White House are pinning their hopes on homeowners renegotiating their mortgages. The trouble is, the banks are saying no 80% of the time. MortgageFraudExaminers.com can help you get the leverage you need to turn things around. They estimate that up to 85% of all mortgages are legally deficient. MortgageFraudExaminers.com can perform forensic loan audits and appraisals to find legal deficits in your mortgage. It's like CSI for your home loan. Banks and lenders suddenly start cooperating when faced with a lawsuit for violating lending laws or appraisal fraud. Find out how MortgageFraudExaminers.com can help you. Visit MortgageFraudExaminers.com or call 800-540-EXAM. That's 800-540-3926.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening.